So we're here on the back of Matt's truck. And Matt, if you want to... This is Matt.
Hello.
Matt is a school teacher, and Matt is going to be trying to join the team. And, so we need to really go over some of this equipment because some of this is things he's probably familiar with and other things are not. We also have Haley over here. And Haley's joining the team as well. And she's been out on investigations before, so she's pretty familiar with a lot of this stuff. But we brought a little bit of everything. This is her bag. She just bought a new camera bag to put all of her equipment in.
Her?
And it's nice, because she's got it all divided up, and it's easy to keep it separated. So that's kind of cool. But we wanted to kind of go over some of the equipment, and particularly so that Haley and Matt understand what we have, and what it can be used for. So this is our, what the hell do we call this thing? This is one of those bags that the cops carry, and it sits in there. This goes around like the headrest, and but we have a cool thing here, and we're kind of stoked about this. So this is an EMF meter, Tesman, and you can see it does the peak measurement. It's got 3-axis mode, and visual and audible alarms, right? Large and clear screen. And we got the black version. Evidently it comes in blue, which I don't think is going to be very popular among the paranormal teams, but black is definitely going to be cool. It is made in China, which, a lot of equipment actually is. But we want to pull this out. We want to make sure that we use this tonight because we're just really excited about having this. And the manufacturers actually sent this over to us to try out. Comes in this really nice case. It's kind of, hard shell case. And there it is. Look at that thing. It's got this like biohazard thing on the, which is, I'm not sure what that's for, but it's really kind of cool. So we're all excited. We got batteries in this thing already, and we're going to make sure that we can use this here in Yorktown tonight. So we have a variety of different EMF meters, and you know what EMF is, I'm
Yes,
sure. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So we've got a variety of different ones. Some of them just do EMFs. The other ones are more like EMFs and temperature, readers, and some of them do electromagnetic radiation, and that gets really technical and it's a little bit beyond me. I tried to understand it one time, but it didn't work. And but we have glasses. These are just protective glasses, but they actually illuminate with a little bit of a switch here. There's lights that come out here, but I think the battery's dead, and I think we have to replace the battery. They're kind of dim, and see only one of them's on. Normally there's two, but those actually come in quite handy, just for hands-free illumination. So some of the other ones, are you familiar with a K2 meter?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a couple of different K2 meters, and the K2 meters are nice because it gives you kind of that visual reference, but they're also extremely sensitive, and sometimes too sensitive. We also have a tri-field meter that we like to use. See, this is that electromagnetic radiation detector. We've got this thing as well, which we don't actually use quite as often, but we do have a tri-field meter, and the tri-field meter comes in really handy. Because we can kind of take that and a K2 and put them side by side, and sometimes the K2 will be going wild and the tri-field meter's not really doing anything.
Right.
We have a Mel meter as well, but see, there's the tri-field meter, and the tri-field meter, I'll just I will attempt to open this thing. So the tri-field meter, we always just take this thing and usually click it over.
Right on the mag.
Yeah. And you can see it gives you the decimals and everything, but it also gives you this gauge up here. So this is actually a really nice piece of equipment. And this comes in very handy. So we're here at the base of the cliffs of Yorktown, and right behind me is Cornwallis Cave. And this is a cave that is dug into the marl cliff, into the side of it, and it's been here for a very long time. Nobody's really sure exactly when it was dug or for what purpose. They call it Cornwallis Cave because back in the Revolutionary War, it's rumored that Cornwallis actually came here to hide when the American troops under George Washington were actually coming in and bombarding the town. But that's not actually true. The cave that he hid in, supposedly, was about a quarter of a mile up the cliffs here, up the river. This one, actually, it's rumored, was used by an officer of the British Army. He had a mistress here in town, and the mistress, when the bombardment was about to start, he took her and put her into this cave and decorated the walls with something called baize. I don't know what that is. It's probably some British thing. But he fixed it up real nice and made it kind of homey for her so that she wouldn't quite be as scared and would feel comfortable. But when the bombardment actually started happening, then she still died of fright, actually, in the cave. And to this day, supposedly, you can hear her crying and weeping inside the cave. In reality, it was probably just used for storage. There were all kinds of little houses and cottages right here on this strip, right in front of the cave. And the cave sat behind one of these houses, and it's believed that they actually dug into the marl cliffs to be able to kind of store things because it would stay nice and cool in there during the summer months. But, like I say, people do hear the crying inside the cave. Back when I was a kid, it was rumored that there were Satan worshipers who would come here and they would get inside the cave and they would do their like weird Satanist kind of stuff. And then they put the bars up in the entrance to the cave so that nobody could get in there. So you'll see the bars. We won't be able to go into the cave, but we will kind of linger by the bars and see what we can get.
That's the trail you're climbing up? Oh, congratulations.
We'll go up to Great Valley Road and access it from there.
She's actually doing a
I've been up there before. So, yep, all kinds of graffiti. Got these iron bars in the way. People are sticking.
Let me in!
Looks like people are sticking bamboo down the side there. Sticks and stuff. Look, there's some fireball down there. There's a tampon.
Oh, huh? Is it
Yeah.
used? Oh boy. There's no string in that. Oh god. Oh god, he's
And
been...
then there's another section over there. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't mean to blind you.
She did.
Alright. So let's pull out some equipment here because it is getting colder by the minute.
What? Spider. Oh my. That's a big spider.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Oh, thank God.
That's not a spider, that's a centipede. I can't tell.
Oh well. Spiders aren't going to hurt you.
What is that?
At least not here in the middle of winter stuff.
It beeps.
It does. It's kind of cool, isn't it? So it looks like it's detecting some biohazard at this point, which is kind of cool. It's got that nice green screen, so it won't really hurt your eyes in the dark. We're not exactly sure. It says it's measuring milligauss. There we go. It's measuring in milligauss. So that's what this is going to be down here. I'm not exactly sure what this is up here, but we're going to see how it reacts.
It's
Pretty cool. I kind of like it. So I'm going to venture to stick this thing beyond the bars and see what happens. Not trying to drop it. So far, there's nothing. And there is a way to lock in a peak reading on this thing. Sure, it's probably that hold button right there. Is there anyone here with us right now? If there is, can you come close to this green light? This little box. It's not going to hurt you. So far, it doesn't appear that there's any readings. Which makes sense, because there's really nothing around here besides our cell phones that would make this go off. And those are far enough away that it would not register. I do kind of like the tick, tick, tick thing. Something might like to manipulate those
Hey,
lights.
what about over there?
Over where?
Let's slide it through
Yeah,
there.
we could certainly do that.
Am I doing it?
Sure, if you would like to.
Sure,
I'm just trying to get stuff put away in my pocket so I don't have to hold it all.
Oh, no spiders. Oh. Sorry. It upset something.
There we go. All right. We have this black box here. Can you come near that? If you go close to it, some of those lights may light up. Right now it's only a green light, but there may be more. Nothing. Okay. So we have this device making noise here.
Help?
Does it say help? What can we help you with? Are you hurt or injured?
Injured? You hear that?
I didn't know what it said.
Do you need any rations? Food, water, jerky, tobacco, anything like that?
Sounded like it said weed.
Yeah. Some water? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you need weed.
You might.
I'd like some jerky though.
Do you have any rations you could spare?
The female voice.
How about some whiskey?
There's a light over there.
Did you live here in Yorktown?
Whoa.
What was that?
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
James?
Is there a woman here with us? If there's a woman here, can you tell us your name?
Is there a man here?
You?
Can you come closer? Or talk a little louder?
Are you British? English?
hear this female voice.
How long have you been in this cave?
They almost sound like battlegrounds, but
Maybe. So I was really kind of surprised by the number of responses that we got through the spirit box. And, you know, of course, the K2 meter and the EMF detector were all quiet, which makes a lot of sense. But, you know, I really, there probably were more responses that we didn't actually understand.
A lot of the stuff that I was hearing out of the spirit box, it sounded like it was rushing. And when we started asking if he wanted us to leave, that's when it really started to kind of come through and just say, leave, go, hurry, get. So it sounded like it really wanted us to just kind of leave the cave for some reason. It was just in a hurry for us to get out.
I think there was a really important part where we had asked, hey, can you see our equipment? Can you see us? And it really responded quickly with a no. It was like a really under female voice that we got come through, very quiet, like it was very far away. So maybe she was farther in the cave and she couldn't see us past the bend or whatever the case was. And after that, we had gotten a lot of get outs and leave and get. And there were multiple times where things weren't necessarily going off, but you could definitely feel that we should probably leave and get out of here in a hurry.
I heard a lot of popping, like firecrackers. That's all I heard.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of people out here. I don't know what would have been
there's
popping,
not.
like making any noise like that.
What?
So I don't think
I
there
heard
is
it
anything.
twice.
Yeah, I don't think there's
And
anything
then-
out here doing that.
While we were walking away, I heard a grunt towards the trail over there.
Oh,
Yeah, like a male.
huh.
Yeah.
There is a
My
car
light turned
there.
on.
Still, isn't there?
Yes, there
I guess
is.
it could have been somebody from that car, but... So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go up Great Valley Road a little ways, and I think maybe a few of us are going to go up on top of the cave. And there is a bamboo forest back here. There is some sort of trail that goes through there, although I'm not sure we can find it right this second because it is really dark out here. But that trail will lead you down into up on top of the cave, and you know, just to experiment and see if it's somewhere that something might want to communicate.
Hey,
I mean, you may never know.
we're all out of breath. That's a big tree. These trees feel like vines. Spooky. It's gonna be I'm gonna fall there. I'm gonna roll.
Somebody down in the parking lot, probably.
No, it's over there.
I
Here,
thought that
shush.
was one of you guys.
No. I heard it twice.
Still got nothing on this thing.
Dead ass. I thought somebody was right behind us. Okay, so we are out here on top of the cave, and you can see in front of me that we have a REM pod down. We were gonna set it somewhere else, but I guess this was the best choice. Matt and I heard some talking behind us, so we kind of figured we might try an EVP session, and maybe we can figure out what was, I guess, communicating or trying to. We're not sure how well it's gonna work due to the music from down the river, or down the whatever it's called, the water. And we're obviously surrounded by people, even though it's 1 o'clock in the morning. what have you. So we are going to get this started. I'm going to count down, and I don't know if we want to do a quiet one or if we want to ask questions. Anybody?
What, for the REM pod?
For the EVP?
Oh, the EVP. Yeah, let's ask some questions.
So we're going to ask some questions.
Yeah.
I'm going to count down from 3. We'll start with Linda. Linda's going to ask a question, and we'll go from there. We're going to try to wait a few seconds before the next person asks a question. Sound good? Alright. And we're live.
Okay, Speedy. All right. So my name is Linda, and we're not here to bother you in any way. We just want to find out who you are. If you could please tell us your name. We do have music.
Do you know who was talking behind us?
Did you enjoy coming up here to just be by yourself?
I feel eyes in the back of me. Like I really seriously feel like something's behind me.
Did you hear that?
I think that was a car door.
I have a car door.
It sounded like a fuzz.
Is it?
Did you follow us up here?
Car door.
Now my ear's ringing. What did it sound like?
It sounded like a moan.
Yeah,
Like a
it
what?
was like a.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear it.
That was sounded like it was coming from behind you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I was like, so I turned over to you.
Good.
Do you not like that we're up here? Does this spot mean a lot to you?
If you'll come and touch that red light, we'll leave. Go very close to the red light. And then we'll get out of here.
Loud sound, we will leave.
So I heard shuffling behind me. Why do you want us to leave so badly? Should we be scared of something?
There's something breaking twigs back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
Right behind you.
Yeah, but not only that, like, no, it's just a strange feeling.
Could you knock on one of these bamboo trees? If you could do that, we will leave. Just let us know.
Swear to God, I saw something right between the two trees. Is there a reason you're picking on the women? If you can manipulate us, why can't you manipulate our equipment?
What was that?
What was that?
I think it's a guy in the parking lot burping.
Ew! So. That was loud.
That was loud.
I was like, man, something's growling at Linda again. Yeah, I think I'm
Ready
kind
to
of
go.
ready to dip.
Yes.
No, I recognize that vine. We're back on track.
The one vine. Not like there's a million vines out there, but you know.
Weird curly vine.
It's a good thing I'm only 5'2". Oh god. I'm only 5 foot.
Oh,
He Hulk smashed that shit.
thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. I can see the light.
Okay. So that was kind of freaky. It wasn't until we got up on top of the cave that I actually started feeling like there was something behind me. And I could just, you know, like feel something standing back there, kind of looking into, I don't know. There's all kinds of weird noises, but but I could feel it standing there the whole time. But unfortunately, we didn't get any reaction on the REM pod. Maybe the digital voice recorder picked something up.
Yeah, aside from the fact that that is not made for tall people, there were a lot of noises in there that were a little strange. Sounded like there was someone walking and cracking on some bamboo sticks. We heard a couple strange, like almost howling sounds a couple times, but yeah, it's a really weird feeling in there. Don't really know how to explain that.
Something I noticed was it seemed to have been really affecting the women of the group. I noticed both Haley and Linda got an earache, and I was feeling some abdominal pain, so that was always fun. And right when we got up there, I think Matt and I both heard some talking behind us, which sounded like a really faint female voice, about 3 times, I would say. There were a few strange noises, like an animal of some sort, some cracking in the bamboo, which is loud. But other than that, it was a really strange and terrible feeling.
Yeah, I also did get a little bit of abdominal pain, but it was like underneath my rib, and it was like, felt like something was squeezing part of my like rib. It felt weird.